So, hello everyone. Because there are a lot of new faces, so I would like to talk a little bit about myself.
Okay, ठीक है.
I'm. Let me
बंद कर लो.
unmute everybody. So, how do we unmute? Sorry, mute all. I'll be muting everybody for some time.
Join this meeting, no?
So, good evening, everyone. I would talk a little bit about myself. I am Monica. Predominantly, I'm an artist, but I'm also a certified NLP coach and a healer. And something that really attracts me is the working of the mind, whether I am painting or doing anything else. That is why I thought that I must have this workshop. We had a goal mastery workshop around 2 weeks back. And it has really helped me a lot. I don't know how much it has helped the participants. It has definitely helped me a lot. So today we are going to talk about health. But before talking about health, if I tell everybody that suppose there is a most sophisticated machine that has been given to you, the world's best machine, nobody has built anything as fantastic as that particular machine, and this is with you all the time. It is free of cost, and you don't have to pay a thing for it. Would you like to have that? You can just show your thumbs up if you want. Yes. And that machine is a mind, the best in the whole world. I don't think anything has been made so good so far. Only thing is, we don't know the complete working of it. Like I'll say I have an iPhone and I'm not using it to its fullest capacity. There are many features to it which I still don't know. And there could be somebody who knows everything about it. Just imagine what that person can do with this iPhone. Like I see the ads on the, Facebook and all that with iPhone, they are making movies. But what am I doing? I'm just checking my Facebook and WhatsApp and maybe a little bit of work. So this is the same way with our mind. We do not know how powerful it is. We do not know the working of it completely. And then we are not able to use it that well. Because as it's always said, that mind is a very powerful servant, but a very miserable master. If you give it the reins of your life, it can ruin you. So basically you have to control your mind. Why we are talking about mind so much when we have to actually talk about diseases is because every kind of disease in the body first comes as a thought. Have you ever heard this thing before? Did somebody tell you before that all the diseases in the world, they begin with a thought? They don't begin in your body. That's great, Ms. Pandit. Because what happens is that all the diseases are actually the manifestation of what is going on in the mind. So before we go to that, let me just talk about our mind only, how we perceive things. There are basically 3 types that we do to take information from the world. It is the audio, the visual, and the kinesthetic. There are more ways of taking information, but I'm going to focus only on the 3 things which are the most important. So we look at the world. Our eyes see the world, we notice everything, and we put it in our minds. Now there are 3 ways of doing that. And then of course we hear the sounds and the feelings. Feelings is the most important part of storing information in our mind. More than the audio and the visual. We will always remain, that feel will always remain. Suppose you hear a song after a long time. Why do you remember a song after a long time? Because there's a feeling attached to it. So feeling, or which is also known as kinesthetic, is the strongest form of storing any information in our mind. पर हमारे माइंड में जब हम स्टोर करते हैं, there are 3 ways of doing that. These are, first is deletion. Like हम दिन में I don't know how many images we see. हम घर से निकले, we go down, so everything that is coming in our way, our eyes are seeing, whether we are getting down the stairs, we take a car, whatever. You can't imagine, we see thousands of frames in a day. Imagine अगर ये mind को सब store करने पड़ गए, it will be too difficult. So what the mind does is, जो उसको जरूरी लगता है वो उतना store करता है, the rest it deletes. So this first form of storage is called deletion. Second is distortion. What is distortion? Distortion happens when we don't look at a situation as it is. आपको बहुत simple सा मैं example देती हूँ. There is a accident on the road. तो कोई उसके साथ सामने से निकल जाएगा, वो उस पे इतना ध्यान भी नहीं देगा शायद. They will just look at it and go. Some people will go, stop and try to help the person. So they will have a different feeling about it कि पता नहीं कौन था बेचारा, किसको चोट लग गई है ये. अब आपने उनके घर वालों को खबर की, suddenly this will become very personal. That same incident which does not matter to you will become very personal to somebody. And then when they take that person to the doctor, doctor will look at that same person as a कि भाई इसको इलाज की जरूरत है, as a patient. Same situation, but everybody is going to think differently about it and store the incident accordingly. This is called distortion of facts. और इसका मैं थोड़ा कॉमन एग्जाम्पल आप सबको बताऊंगी. जो डिस्टॉर्शन हम अपनी डेली लाइफ में करते हैं वो है, जैसे यू कॉल्ड अप समबडी एंड ही और शी डिड नॉट पिक द कॉल. 2-3 बार ऐसा हो गया. will you just take it as a normal incident or you'll start thinking कि पता नहीं उसने मेरा फोन क्यों नहीं उठाया? Doesn't it happen? Do we just take it as an incident? Like, example, if in place of me I tell Alexa to call up somebody, so will Alexa think about it, why that person did not pick up the call? What?
Hi Monica, can I?
We'll start thinking that क्या पता ये मुझे पसंद करता है कि नहीं. Oh my God, this person is trying to avoid me. Or I'll get extremely upset कि इसको कोई परवाह नहीं है, मैं 3 बार कॉल कर चुकी है and they don't even bother to call back. क्या एक बार हम ऐसा सोच सकते हैं कि क्या पता उसका फोन चार्जिंग पे लगाओ, which happens to me all the time. I forget my phone while it is charging. So this is what the human mind does. It distorts the facts. And third thing is generalization. जैसे we generalize about people. जैसे आर्टिस्ट है तो थोड़ा वियर्ड ही होगा. That is the kind of image an artist has. They can't be और या वो बहुत ही ज्यादा fun loving होगा या वो बिल्कुल ही careless होगा. And in foreign countries they say if it is an artist तो उसको तो druggist तो होना ही है, drunkard तो होना ही है. Yeah, most important that goes with the artist that they are unsuccessful. But these are generalizations. Because it's easy ना, आपको एक साथ आपने 10 लोगों को देखा, आपने उनमें से कर लिया कि it's easy to store this information if I generalize it. So these are 3 ways I store all the information in my mind, which is deletion, distortion and generalization. तो जब हम ऐसे चीजों को store करेंगे, do you think we'll get the right picture of a thing? Isn't it strange? We always think that our memories are very vivid and we remember things exactly they are. No, we don't remember things exactly they are. We interpret them according to us. And then these are stored in the form of memories. And when these memories are stored and we distort and delete them according to our convenience over a period of time, they start influencing our actions. So होगा क्या कि आपके साथ एक normal situation हुई and आप उसको इतना thought दे दोगे that it may start giving you stress. And that stress ultimately will cause a disease. It could be any disease. So how the stress begins, I'll tell you with an example. Like humans, we have come from jungles to this place now. So we were given certain qualities to protect ourselves. So जैसे अगर lion हमारे सामने आएगा, tiger हमारे सामने आएगा. Now let me replace this with a dog in the modern world. Do you see a lot of parents doing that to their kids? कि इससे दूर रहना, ये काट लेगा. The dog has not even come near and they'll start telling the kids don't go near the dog. So the information they put in the child's mind is that this is dangerous. So when the mind perceives anything as dangerous, so there are certain chemical changes that will help occur in our mind, because you have to prepare to face that danger. So either we'll run away from that place or we'll stay and fight it. So what happens when we are very scared? Our heartbeat grows, and suddenly palpitation hoti hai, kisi ko pet mein bhi dard hota hai. Why does this happen? Because the body is preparing us. So either you run away or you fight. But this does not happen just like that. आपका BP थोड़ा बढ़ेगा, थोड़ी सी sugar release होगी body में, certain enzymes, hormones will be released. But that is for our benefit. Understand that, because at that time I need that extra sugar in my body to run. But imagine there is no tiger, no dog. It's my partner. If I start looking at my partner as a lion, and that causing me stress 24 hours a day, what will it do to my body? This is what we do. Sometimes, एक इसका मुझे बहुत ही amazing सा example लगता है. Even before marriage, we are given a certain image of the in-laws. I'm not saying that they are good or bad. I'm saying we create an image. So what happens? A girl gets married, she goes into the family, and it happens both ways, okay? It's not just about the girl or the in-laws. Because of the preconceived notions, whatever a person says will be interpreted in a manner. It will not be taken the way it is. It will be interpreted. Because there was a knowledge which was stored already. So kuch bhi hua, so the girl will say, I knew this had to happen, because that's how mothers-in-law are. Or it could be the other way around, that the mother-in-law will say, I knew she's a daughter-in-law, she can never be my daughter. And it could be a very normal thing if it was between a mother and a daughter. But don't you think it has somewhere been stored in our memory and we have been told? Similarly, anything. So ये जो हमारे emotions के साथ जो हम इतना सारा deletion करते हैं, these emotions, they start getting stored in our minds. And then they trigger these reactions. And then these reactions over a period of time will cause certain kind of disease. Or everybody, what you need to know is whatever our personality is formed in the first 5 to 6 years of our life. Because that time, our mind, which has two parts, the conscious and the unconscious mind. So the unconscious mind is in a complete working mode. It will keep recording whatever is coming. We'll keep recording the audios, the visuals, and the kinesthetic. So हम बच्चे को जैसा treat करते हैं in their first 5 to 6 years, it will generally make it his or her personality. Suppose the child was, बहुत expectation होती है child से, या बहुत ज़्यादा उसको criticize किया गया, कभी teacher ने कुछ बोल दिया. That thing he will keep storing. It will not react to it, nothing. But these memories, when they become fixed, then they will start affecting the habits, the reactions of that child. Suppose बचपन में कभी टीचर ने थोड़ा डांट दिया, you don't know how to do this thing properly. The child has also forgotten, because these memories are stored in the subconscious mind. We don't remember them all the time. वो जब बड़ा हुआ बच्चा, पहली बार वो ऑफिस गया, so the boss simply told, you don't know how to do this work. The child will go back to his childhood, and suddenly he may give certain that stressful reaction which he felt as a child. So constantly, because of these factors, when the mind is in continuous stress, ultimately it will start showing signs in the body. So the first thing that we all need to do is look at what kind of memories we have stored. Like I had done this personal counseling with a person who had lost somebody like really dear one, and she started having, those pains in the body, pains and aches all over. So when I asked her what actually happened and when did these pains start, she told that there was a certain incident, she lost somebody, and after that these pains started coming in her life. So she's going to the doctors and seeing, why am I having these body aches, what is the reason? So they've given the medicine, because obviously the doctors have to treat the symptoms, but nobody is telling us the cause. So when I did a counseling with her, so those symptoms became much lesser, because that loss of that loved one has caused so much of pain in her that it transformed into a physical pain. Have we ever thought about this before? Like, एक हमारे यहाँ पे क्या preconceived होता है कि okay, at 40 I might get thyroid, or my blood pressure may I may have a problem of blood pressure. But it doesn't happen with every 40-year-old. So what we are doing is we are connecting a wrong cause to a thing which does not exist. For example, some people say I have allergy with, of sun. If I go out in the sun, I have headache. But tell me one thing, if sun is the cause of allergy, then all of us should be having a headache once we go out. Does it happen with everybody? Do all of us get a headache when we go out in the sun? No, because it is not the sun that caused a headache. What happens is, suppose there was some self-critical thought going on in a mind, and that particular time something happened. Like either I was eating peanuts and a very critical thought came in my mind about myself. और उसी वक्त मुझे by chance ऐसा हुआ, मुझे छींक आ गई. You know how the mind will connect the two things? Whenever you eat peanut, it will go back to that memory of that self-critical thought and you will start getting the allergy. So whenever you have any kind of allergy, the best thing to do is just remember two things. When did it start? And second thing, what had happened that time? Does anybody has any kind of allergy or something here, or a constant problem of headache? Like I used to have it a lot. Somebody has any particular, typical things that I go out and I have an allergy of something, I can't eat it or something, because today we can actually remove it if you do it properly. Has anybody got any such things?
Good afternoon, Monica. This is Meenakshi. Yeah, of late I am having headaches when I go out.
Okay.
In the sun. Yes, in the sun.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm also suffering from allergies, skin allergy. Yes. From past 1.5 years. I had a small incident. I'd got my thighs and my stomach had got burnt.
Okay.
Yeah, after that, my entire skin has become extremely dry.
Okay.
And suddenly I started having rashes on my face. Initially, I thought it was due to winters. This was last winters it started. And I was trying all the home therapy or, some kind of creams and all that, but it didn't help. Then when I went to the doctor, he said it could be plant allergy. I do have some plants in the balcony.
Okay.
So he says it could be because of the plants. Now, I don't know, but once in 15 days, I do get some kind of, very small boils, very itchy on my face, particular part of the face. And I have to use steroid cream for 2, at the max 3 days.
See,
and then it's gone.
I can personally tell you that, Meenakshi, I had a skin problem once in my lifetime. Never before I had, never after that. So one of my friends who introduced me to this concept of actually the relationship between emotions and skin, she told me, it's not because of anything. It is because you feel that somebody is getting under your skin. And believe me, I just made fun of her. I said, it is bullshit. What has skin to do with what I think about people? But you won't believe, when I came out of that situation, my allergy was gone, never to come back again. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to do a very nice exercise with all of you. What I'll suggest is, can you remember the first time you got that allergy? I think with you, I don't know what happened initially. What you can do is, you can remove the memory of the first time you got the allergy. But if you remember any incident that happened which you did not like, you can also remove that memory from your mind. So with others who do not have any kind of problem.
There was nothing unpleasant.
No, it need not be really big. I can tell you that. It can be a very, very simple thing also. And it's okay if you don't remember right now. What you can do is you can just go back to the time when it started.
Okay.
And then maybe whatever memory of
Okay.
your of that day comes, you can remove that memory. That can be done.
Okay.
Because you never know that something is
I think I can.
Mind, and it just pops up when we start doing this exercise.
Okay.
Okay, so all of you, I'll tell one thing
Okay.
to understand the strength of this exercise is you can all think of one unpleasant memory you would really want to get rid of, but you're not able to do because it keeps coming back into your mind. We can begin with that because you'll understand the power of our mind, how it can help us come out of our the most worst of situations if we use it properly. Shall we do that? So all of you, please sit straight.
Okay.
With your shoulders erect and close your eyes if that makes you comfortable. And what I'll ask you is, imagine there is a glass wall in front of you through which you can see. And across that glass wall, there is a big, huge TV on the wall. Visualize it like with as much clarity as you can. The color of the TV, is it on the wall or is it kept on the stool? Make it as strong as possible. If anybody has a problem in visualization, I'll just ask you to visualize one thing. Go to your fridge, open it, take out a lemon, cut it and squeeze that juice into your mouth. Has your mouth started watering? This is how powerful the mind is. So you can visualize if you want to. So this was just to prepare you. Now on that TV, I'll tell you what you need to do. First, you think of that unpleasant situation you would really want to forget. It could be anything. We are just doing it generally. Anything which was unpleasant, you didn't like it. Do you see it in your mind? You can just do a thumbs up. And if anybody is not able to see, it is absolutely fine. Some of you will have the feelings. Some of you may just hear something. It all depends which of your sense organ is more stronger. Now, whatever that incident is, just take it on that TV. Take it on the TV. Whatever the incident is, that will start playing on your TV. Put colors in it. Can you see some colors? And also see them moving. See them in the form of a video. Somebody is moving, some action is going on. When those pictures become very clear, that moving video, now take an imaginary remote in your hand. And the first thing that you're going to do is pause the TV. So whatever moving video you could see on that screen, now you have to see them as if they are all paused. I'll give you time because initially it may take time. If it is still moving, you can wait for it to be completely paused. Now with that same remote, start reducing the colors. धीरे धीरे वो पूरा black and white हो जाएगा TV. We used to do that as kids. Just reduce the colors, make them black and white because our mind keeps them in colored pictures. So we'll remove the color from that memory. Keep doing it unless it becomes black and white. If you hear some sounds, reduce the volume also. Make it to 0. So 2 things you need to do: make it black and white. Secondly, reduce the volume to 0 so that you cannot hear anything. Just fixed pictures, no volume, no color. If you have any feeling still, you imagine that lot of water is pouring over it, and जो भी आपके उसके साथ feelings है, it is all going as if it is in a shower and all those feelings are going into the drain. Believe in the power of your mind, it will do that. Now imagine कि किसी ने आपके टीवी के ऊपर शावर को ऑन कर दिया है. Lot of water is falling on it and it has started taking away all the images also. वो बिल्कुल empty हो जाएगा टीवी. सारी images, they are just washing away in water. Keep washing, keep the shower on till the time all those images don't go away. Keep doing that. Take your time. Keep washing because the TV needs to be absolutely clear. Once it is done, you simply see as if this TV has been thrown away. Some powerful thing has just taken the TV away and it just blasted in the air. See the TV going into pieces and all of it throwing here and there. So there's nothing left on the wall. It's a plain white wall. A plain white wall. Now you can open your eyes and look around. How do you feel? You can unmute and share your experience if somebody wants to. Would somebody like to share?
I could see myself have nimbu and khatta taste, but TV I just couldn't. I saw only a blurred picture.
Okay, then
I was trying to concentrate.
Okay, see, what I'll ask you is, if I rate your memory on the scale of 1 to 10, just close your eyes. Do you think there is a difference? For anybody?
No.
Is it still the same?
For me, it is like white. It is like light. I'm not able to focus.
No, I want to ask you, if I say that you remember that same incident again, is it as vivid as before or it has reduced a little bit?
It has reduced. It has
reduced. So
yes.
Shelly, you can speak.
Yeah, it has reduced.
Yeah, so see, this is your first step. It's like I learned to drive for the first time. How does it happen? I wouldn't be a pro in the first go, but if I do it again and again, I'll be able to learn it. And for some, it is definitely going to be much, less than before. For some, it is difficult. I am the person for whom it was difficult. It took me a long time to get rid of my memories because, see, few of us are kinesthetic. That is, we remember feelings. We don't remember visuals. Or we don't remember the audio. So there are other exercises for this, which I will cover in my 3-day workshop. But this is an exercise which is generally, people respond to this one because we cover all the things in it, the visual, the audio, as well as the kinesthetic. So you understand the working of your mind. Similarly, all your diseases, this is how they begin. They begin as a thought. They begin as a memory. When we store them over a period of time, then they start manifesting as disease. And you know what happens once, suppose chalo hame ye sab bhi nahi pata tha, but we got affected by a disease. Then what happens is, usme bhi mind, it looks for something which is good for us. For example, if talking about my illness gives me the love that I am missing, I won't want to become all right. There are many people, there are certain people in my life who are not well. They are suffering from some ailment, but what they'll do is they really like to talk about it. But they don't want to do anything about it because that's their way of getting the attention they are seeking. So
I agree to that.
So you understand that mind will never do which is against you. It will always find out ways to help you. That disease also is a message of your mind to tell you that work on your emotions. Once you work on your emotions, your body will automatically start becoming healthy, because a body does not know how to fall sick. It's like that hardware. Only when the software gets corrupt, the computer goes bad. Or that hardware will one day, the way we all die, we will die, but we will not fall sick. So we need to be very careful and mindful of the emotions that go inside us, how we interpret them, and how we store them. Once you start doing that, once you start practicing these techniques, then you will be able to at least manage, avoid, or even sometimes a lot of people even cure their diseases, even autoimmune disease, because even the doctors say something which you don't know the reason. It's an autoimmune disease.
Okay.
So a lot of people are able to do that also. So it all depends upon how much you are using your mind. As I told you, mind is the most sophisticated machine. So the more you use it, the better it will become. Anybody has any question regarding it? Did you understand the relationship between your mind and the disease and the stress? Has anybody got any questions? No questions?
I have a question. My name is Sinu.
Yes.
Hello.
Hello. Yes, I can hear you.
I find it's difficult to control my emotions sometimes.
Yes.
How could I, help myself?
Okay, it's okay, because we are emotional beings. It's absolutely okay to feel emotional, but we should be open to learning how to control them. Does it make it easy? Don't feel guilty of being emotional. We all are. But it should not happen that they start controlling us, that they go out of control. There's a difference between the two things. And believe me, it is possible. It may take time, but it is definitely possible. And it is only possible by changing the perception about a thing. As I told you, we gave that example of phone, and we call a person and that person does not pick our call. So for a change, we can say that person might be busy. Don't you think we'll change the emotion of that situation?
Yeah. It means we have to be positive. Always positive.
More than positive, you could be aware of what is going in your mind. It's not always possible to be positive. If something very bad happens to us, how can we be positive? But we can be aware of what we are thinking. Does it happen with you sometimes that you lose control over your emotions?
Yes.
Yeah.
It happens so many times. Like recently, I lost my cat and I was so worried and so tensed about her that nothing could, calm me down. Then what I did was, instead of being positive, I started becoming aware of what I was going through. And then I was able to come out of it. It's okay. We are okay. If we are emotional, if we are unhappy, that's absolutely fine. But the thing is, be aware of it. Does it make sense?
Yes, yes.
Any other question? Anybody who still has a doubt that our thoughts and diseases are not connected?
Hi, Monica, can you hear me?
Hi, Pallavi. Yes, I can.
Hi. So lovely to see you, and it is so interesting.
Thank you. I was so worried. I hope I'm able to make sense.
No. I mean, seeing you like this, I mean, it is amazing. I just wanted to share that, I've always been full of thoughts. I'm a person always, my mind is always full of thoughts. Either not doing anything, either I'm thinking of something past or something in the future, and sometimes even present. I'm working on myself, but I'm still thinking. Nowadays, I am just because I had the time this year. I'm getting a bit anxious because I'm quitting my long time job and I'm very emotional about my job and the people I work with. I'm getting very anxious about what is going to happen or how should I occupy, because I know I'll be thinking of some memories which now don't matter, something that happened 16 years back or 18 years back.
Yes.
The only thing is, there is such a glow on my skin. My hair is so good nowadays. Because I know what I'm thinking. Sometimes also I have a good laugh at myself.
Yes,
Oh God,
yes. Very, very true. Very true. You're so right. Just by being